How did you guys meet up? How long have you known each other to develop this easygoing rapport, which we're seeing here on stage?
Gay bar. Nick was working as a waiter in a cocktail bar when I met him. He...
You know how that song ends, right?
Yeah. I kind of... Nick and I became very close friends just because we just started hanging out and stuff, and we actually bonded over this is so boring in a way because I know I'd go on about it a lot, but we bonded over the noise that little droid makes in Star Wars, the one that goes along the floor and goes beep, beep, beep. And I did it. We were having an Indian meal, and I went beep, beep, beep. And Nick knew what it was, and we both had this little sort of...
I looked up from my buttered chicken, and there was a tremendous crackle in the air. And the next thing I knew,
we were kissing.
Everything was on... I moved everything onto the floor, and...
he threw me roughly onto the poppadoms.
And there we were.
The rest is history.
We really enjoyed our hot towels after that. It was...
We needed them. And then I met Edgar because I met Edgar through Matt Lucas and Dave Walliams of Little Britain, because Matt had seen Edgar's very first feature film, Fistful of Fingers, and kind of, had sort of championed him. It's a good title, isn't it? He's always been good at that.
That's the only good thing about it.
Yeah. And I worked with Edgar on a show called Asylum with Jessica, who I did Spaced with, and Jessica Stevenson.
And Bill Bailey as well.
And Bill Bailey and a few people. And then when Jesse and me started writing Spaced, we were trying to think of a director, and the first person that came to mind was Edgar, who had so impressed us on Asylum. And meanwhile, I was writing Nick apart in the show because I wanted him to be an actor and not a waiter. He didn't particularly want to be an actor. I had to kind of force him.
I was a great waiter.
He was the best waiter. He could spin 13 trays. He was in the Guinness Book of Records.
It's true.
Nick went back to waiting after Space Series 1.
Yeah, I kind of... I'd never been given that much money all in one go, and I kind of spunked it out the wall quite quickly. And I kind of came to mopping a floor in an awful restaurant in Finchley in North London and just said, "You fucking idiot, I'm never doing that again." But it was quite embarrassing having to wait tables, and they'd ask for their bill, and then they'd kind of pay, and they'd say, "Can we have your autograph, please?" It's like, and I'd give them my autograph, and then they'd stiff me on a £50 bill.
Can I then assume maybe that scene's got a autobiographical slant to it, where you kind of fall asleep on the couch together in your male bonding exercise? I actually thought it was really tender, and it was meant to be.
We did that. We've done that loads of times. We've fallen asleep in various places together, haven't we?
Yes, yeah, we have.
When you got a nap, you got a nap. You know what I mean? We did. We shared a bed for a while. We were poor and we lived in the same flat, and we
8 long months.
8 months of. I slept on the floor at first, and then we got in top to tail, and then we same end, and by the end we were spooning. It was fine. Some mornings I didn't know where he ended and I began, to be honest. But I recommend it to every man who's kind of like who's a little bit unsure of themselves.
Just jump in, mate.
You know. It helps you. It helps me. It helps you realise what's
There's no love making. It's just cuddling.
Nick's got a capacious chest, and you can lose yourself in it. Believe me.
This is where Papa Bear wants to be. you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, you made me feel quite weird then.
So, Edgar, how do you fit into the picture?
In the middle. He gives and takes.
He's the ham.
Edgar's the filling in a man sandwich.
Next question.